How does this racket feel? Smooth like butter. Hey guys, Richard here, back with another review, the leaning Halbertec 8000. Right off the bat, I like this racket so much that this racket became my favorite leaning racket. Let me tell you why. Let's start with feeling and handling. Like I said in the intro, this Halbertec 8000 swings buttery smooth through the air. Despite it's an even balanced racket, it's definitely on the head lighter side. Since the racket was light and not demanding at all, I was able to maneuver and control the shuttle super easily. Since it has a thin, full recess frame, I was really able to feel the shuttle, and that felt great. I'm more of a front court counter-attacking player, always hunting the net, and this Halbertec 8000 totally met my needs. Soft touches at the net and speedy drives felt awesome due to its head lighter frame. It almost felt like a headlight racket, to be honest. I really get why Fikri used this racket when he was with leaning. If you are a player who prefers lighter frames for tactical playmaking strokes, you'll definitely love this racket. However, if you are a player who prefers some head weight on the racket, this might not be for you. Now, let's move on to drives and defense. To be honest, I feel like this racket is built for these kind of strokes. Speedy drives feel awesome. However, I feel like this racket feels the best when you're pulling off that defensive block shot. I was able to really feel the shuttle and guide it where I wanted to. Since this racket is pretty head light, it does feel hollow sometimes, but you'll forget about it as soon as you experience how great it performs when you're pulling off that counter-attacking defensive drive. Also, the shaft does not flex a lot, which I like because it allowed me to place the shuttle with more accuracy. However, do know that it's not crazy stiff. It's more on that medium stiffer side. I feel like even beginners could enjoy this lovely racket. I feel like this racket is specialized for mid-front court play, but do not underestimate the power this Halbertec 8000 can produce. When you smash with this racket, you can feel the shaft flex quite a bit, and that helps you generate power. I think it's because it has a hard, flexible shaft. It feels nice and stiff when you're playing those sharp drives or many other front court strokes. But when you're playing those clears or smashes in the back, it flexes quite a bit, and that helps you generate power. The smashes feel crisp and sharp rather than heavy with this Halbertec 8000. However, it feels awesome when you're pulling off that sharp drop shot. So, how was the control? Leaning classifies this racket as a control type racket. So after trying it out, I had to compare it with another famous control type racket, the Yonex Arcsaber 11 Pro and the Arcsaber 7 Pro. Right off the bat, it feels like a head lighter version of the Arcsaber 11 Pro. It shares the similar swing weight with the Arcsaber 7 Pro, however the feeling is quite different. While both of these Arcsaber rackets have that shuttle hold feeling, how it grabs the shuttle for a little bit before sending it flying, this Halbertec 8000 did not have that shuttle hold feeling. It rather felt repulsive. However, that doesn't mean it lacks in control. I think it's up to personal preference. For me personally, I do enjoy that shuttle hold feeling that the Yonex Arcsaber series give me. But I did enjoy that smooth feeling the Halbertec 8000 gave me. After testing this Halbertec 8000, I recommended this racket to many of my beginner friends out there, as I felt like this racket was an awesome user-friendly racket because it was speedy, easy to use, and super fun to whip the shuttle around. If you are looking for a slightly head lighter, even balanced racket with great maneuverability, you should definitely keep an eye on this leaning Halbertec 8000.